All right. January's in well, not really about January, I guess. We're talking about the ignition program.
Yeah.
All right. What is the point, dude? Listen, what we're talking about is being able to you're playing a long game. Doing shit a la carte is money. I get it. It makes total sense, right? But having one foot in, one foot out, I mean, there's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, fitness is for the long haul. If the goal is sustainability, then
Well, the thing is, it's a change in the way life,
Mhm.
honestly. And maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm less I don't know. I don't want to say patient because that's not the right word, but I don't want to I don't want to sugarcoat. Not that I did before. Not that I did
When have you ever
before.
sugarcoated anything?
Well, it's not I mean, honestly, like those of us who have the gift of gab, we have a way of like over talking
From time to time. Me too.
from time to time. What she means is from all the time to every time. So at the end of the day, we talked about the differences between honesty and truth.
Mhm.
In all honesty, yeah, man, it's great. Just get started. Like, just get started, right?
Yes.
But the truth is, if you have no idea what to expect, or you don't know your goal, or you don't have that thing to go towards, like that destination to get to, the truth is you're gonna fucking quit, man.
That it was really good.
What are you hear all the time, "You gotta love the journey, you gotta love the process." You go, "No, the fuck I don't, like, the process sucks."
It does
And the more I
sometimes.
want something, the harder it is. And again, we in the last one or a couple casts we did ago, I like that. I look at that. I train myself and my brain to think that way, and I'm attracted to that kind of devastation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just how I get around things, you know what I'm saying? But when you're looking at a program that's like Ignition, like what we've got, we did the entire last year. Every month had a theme based on that month and based on seasonality and what we do. And that's gonna always be the staple of the program. But this time around, I think what we gotta do is put together a bigger picture, that macro cycle. Okay.
Yes.
When we see what January will lead to,
We're
l- l-
connecting the dots.
yeah, man.
Because you're right, honestly, it's amazing that you started. That is the first step, you have to start. But truthfully, who cares if you're gonna stop?
Yeah, basically. Because quitters never win.
Quitters never win.
Cheaters win
Cheaters win.
all the time.
Mhm.
But quitters, I mean, you don't win for nothing else because you're not playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
So
can't win.
so if I'm looking at what we're trying to do, I feel like, this 2023 starts. I'm gonna start with December 2023 in my,
In your
my
peripheral
that's my
in your
GPS.
on your horizon.
That's where I'm going.
That's where you're going.
Right? So we're gonna put together a couple of workouts that you're gonna revisit, and we're gonna do this every at the beginning of every quarter.
Now
2 fresh workouts
Mhm,
that are meant to be, like, tested.
mhm. So when you walk in to your start, you're already seeing ahead to where you're going. Because otherwise, I mean, you don't, like, get in your car and you're like, "I don't know where I'm going today. I'm just gonna
Well,
drive."
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. What does that even mean? I don't That example really confused me, and I have a headache now. That hurt my brain.
No, it didn't.
No, it did. What does that even mean? What are you talking about?
Well, I'm saying you have to have you have to number 1, know where you're going, and number 2, know how you're gonna get there, right?
Yeah, but with the 2 workouts,
Mhm,
right, we would normally have y these the you test, you get your, you know, whatever, you test out your first go around, right?
mhm,
You get your weight, whatever you got going on, right? Your plank time and so on.
mhm.
Um, but what we're talking about here is you got like a stabilizing two like core cardio stabilization type workouts that you're going
Mhm,
to revisit again, and you're going to kick that ass on these two workouts.
mhm.
You're going to revisit them again in March and February. The rest, all of June, all of January and February and March, without the reset, is going to be built around building from that
Getting
January test,
mhm,
right?
getting stronger at
Getting
that.
stronger and more stable and really focusing on, yes, we're going to lose weight. Yes, we're going to burn fat. Yes, we're going to build muscle. That's at the end of the day, that's all that it is. All of the other shit is a part of it. You're eating right, your mindset is strong, you're all, yes, 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 yes. But when you peel it back and you look at the turn by turn, there's a reason why you're gonna, Google Maps and whatnot. There's a reason why Apple Maps will take you a certain way. If they know there's construction, there's a problem coming, they're gonna take you
They could
the
go around it.
fastest route possible. I mean, you punch in your directions and it gives you a multiple options of routes usually, right?
Mhm.
And you're gonna want to pick one that you can take that gets you there the quickest. Cool. So what we're gonna do is, instead of doing it for the sake of time, we're gonna do it for the sake of quality. So these two workouts you'll test out, you'll perform them to the best of your ability, and the rest of January, then February will be built around that, setting you up for the next quarter. And then when March comes, the goal is you're going to revisit those two workouts that you did in January. And the goal should be that you straight mollywop your performance.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Because everything you've
Period.
done since then has
Right.
been building up to that moment.
And that everything is all encompassing of the weight loss and the fat loss and and everything will be built around it. So while like last year, we had the shred, we had to build it, shred it, shed it. We had relentless, we had no train, no gain, we had no nut November, we had or no shit, what was it?
No
Surrender, no,
surrender,
no
no.
surrender. Whatever. So we had whatever. So we had all these different themes, right? And that's still gonna be there. The importance behind the ignition program wasn't the theme of the month, like the novelty of it. The importance of the monthly themes was about the seasonality, the duration of some months were shorter.
Mhm.
If it's winter versus summer, that excludes a ton of outdoor workouts. Like, there's a lot of things that go into it, right? And so we use those micro goals to kind of keep things going and sustain and support that theme.
Now
But
we're
this time,
connecting the dots.
this time it's about that. We're going to put it the other way around.
Mhm.
This time we're going to say, all right, January, you got these two. You're going to revisit that in March,
Mhm.
right? March, you're going to retest. Expect to see those guys again, because when April comes, you're going to get another two, right?
You get to, yep.
All under the assumption that you've done the work and you've mollywopped those two tests. Now it's nothing to you. It's nothing. It's like crawling before you can run. Cool, you've crawled. Now you can crawl. You can stand up. You can, whatever. Let's get you to walk now. Now let's walk from here to there, and then it's right.
Mhm.
Running or going upstairs. If you baby steps, if you think about it like that. And our job is we're going to put together the programs in such a way that it's periodized, it's systematic. There's a way to go about doing things, and we'll worry about writing it so that it fits the months and things like that.
Always,
But here we're putting a lot more emphasis on the process of it in terms of said dots that are connected. So when April comes, you have two more things that you're going to go through that are predicated around the next step in the kinematic progress.
Yeah, it's a lot about looking ahead too, whereas we're not just looking at the next 30 days. We're looking at the next couple months and how everything's gonna build on itself, and you're immediately setting yourself up to understand, like, I'm in this
Right.
for the long haul,
Right.
not just because it's
Right.
January, not just because I have a 30-day program sitting
Right.
in front of me that I paid for,
Right.
but because you understand that it all goes together, and it has to if you want to continue to see progress and improve.
A- and April, May, and June will be the exact same way.
And then
Right. In June,
July,
you're
August.
gonna revisit what you did in April. Everything you did in January through will be nothing but child's play to you. You'll retest what you did in April. You'll knock that one out, and we're gonna hit you again in July, and so on and so on and so on. And what you'll be able to do is look back after, because the train will go at 100 miles an hour. Like, we're going to really try to push to make sure that we're just focusing on the work and doing it the way that we do it. And we find a ton of success doing it. Our clients have found a ton of success doing it. And we're going to push to make sure that that process is held true. So when you look back, it's like, man, I remember when I used to not be able to do a 4-second plank. Man, I couldn't curl my hair. And now I'm over here with these heavy ass dumbbells. Like shit. You
That's
know
a
what I
good
mean? Like
feeling. Yeah.
when you and but and if you look at that during each single workout, it's like I'm trying to lose the bingo arms, and instead I got bingo ears, neck, back. You know what I mean? Like it could get sideways on you if you're so hyper focused on
The
on the
minuscule
things.
details of it, you know?
That's just as bad as overlooking them.
Yeah. Oh god,
There's a
might be
balance
worse.
between the two, right? So what we're gonna do to up what we're gonna do to up that is gonna be, we know everybody shits the bed at the end of this month. This month is shorter than February for all intents and purposes. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I mean, because shit shuts down in like 5 days.
Yeah.
Cool. We're gonna, for we're gonna change the structure a bit. We're gonna start this. What's gonna be the challenge, right? That's what we're gonna talk about,
Mhm.
or no?
No, we're talking about ignition.
So then, we're gonna structure this thing in a way where when you if you wanted we can do the gym bags or no? You wanna do that still, or is
Mm.
that different?
That was for the challenge.
Okay, then I'll save that one for the other cast. That's a special one too. I'm excited about that one.
Me too.
But the is it in your best interest to go, merely on a monthly? Like, yeah, sure. Better than not doing it at all.
Yeah. And there's value to be seen in each of those
But
monthly courses, right?
understand that if you're gonna join,
It's part of a bigger
it's
picture.
a yes. That is the sustainable picture.
It's
It's the first step. And if you join in the middle of the year, you don't miss anything,
nope.
right? If you think about that, that's the best part of it. You still get to, like, let's just say you're, so and so, and you join in the middle of friggin' what, July 10th. I don't know.
Who cares?
Cool. You join in the middle of the year, you're gonna get to experience all the workouts that happened up to that,
Mhm.
right? But we're gonna make sure that there are workouts that are structured in a way that accommodate.
Yeah, and that will help you build
Right.
just
And
as well as
and
everybody else.
and it being December still, right? If you're thinking, well, why is he talking about like I'm just kind of putting it out there now, just putting it in the ethos for folks who do decide to sign up later down the road. But if let's just say, even though it's December, what if you're somebody who's not currently with us and you're in the middle of your own journey right now?
Mhm.
This January could be any day, any month of the year. It doesn't
Any
matter
it
because
really doesn't.
everybody's body needs a reset. Everybody's body can help and get a benefit from uh having an extra set of ideas and workouts and things to keep them, moving forward.
And that opportunity is not limited to January.
Right, right. Because every day is a day for resolution.
Absolutely. So when you sign up for Ignition,
Mhm.
you're gonna get that whole it's a monthly gig, right?
Mm,
For all
mhm.
the way that it's billed and the way that you're gonna the individual programs will be released, etcetera, etcetera. But when you walk into an Ignition program, then you have the understanding that I am here and I'm ready for a change. I'm committing to this. I'm gonna work through it. I'm gonna follow the process so that I can get to the end result. So when you join Ignition, we're gonna set you up on our monthly community on our site. And each month you're gonna get your program. So when you join for January, you're gonna get those first 2 test workouts. It's gonna be the first thing we hit. We're gonna come right out of the gate just to see where you're at. All the workouts are gonna be laid out for you daily with videos that show you exactly how to do it. We have a private Facebook group for all of our Ignition members where you can go, get ask questions. We're in that group, so you have access to us all the time, and sometimes it's just fun to cry about the workouts. That
If you're a
happens pretty
crier,
often if you're a crier.
I'm a cusser, so and a puker apparently.
Yeah, puke.
Whatever.
As long as you take it outside, it's fine. But in any case, and then as the months go on, you'll get a new program every single month. Now, those new programs are still gonna be focused around the bigger goals, right? Because you're here for the long haul. You're not just here to get 30 days in and sit on the couch again. but you're gonna get all that support. There's a nutrition guide that goes with it that shows you how to eat, what to eat, how to plan for what to eat, how to prep everything you're gonna eat. And so it's really something that is setting you up. It's all the tools that you really need to make that change in your lifestyle and to stick with it because we're constantly moving. Here's the thing, time's gonna keep going.
Yeah.
It's just gonna keep on rolling. So you're either gonna do something with it or you're gonna watch it go by. I just what?
Yeah.
Why you make that
I'm not.
face? You did. What'd you
Mm-mm.
make that face for?
It's just
What's wrong
nothing.
with your elbow? Is it
Stupid. Anyway, so yeah,
okay? There you go.
I I think for the people who are on the program now, the biggest difference you're going to find is it's while their months each month independently have the strength to sustain their to hold themselves down
Mhm.
as a monthly throwdown. Um, it is though intended to be a part of that macro cycle for the year. We're really trying to make sure that each month is a integral piece of the puzzle, so to
Absolutely.
speak.
And this year, December, we brought back some of the old time favorites, right?
Yeah,
Favorites. Um, and a lot of people were noticing how much better that they've gotten at they're like, "Oh, man, I
yeah,
remember when I did this workout." Even November
yeah,
ones. Like, I couldn't even finish this workout at the beginning of
right.
November.
And so there's, and for that reason, when you and that's empowerment.
Heck
The
yeah.
power that you give the scale, that's power you got to give yourself. You know what I'm saying? And if there's a workout that just completely levels you, like all you gotta do is level it back. And the whole point is going to be around. We're going to design everything around not just the month, the seasonality, even your experience level. It won't matter. We've been doing this long enough, dude. Honestly, it's a matter of making sure that the muscle between your ears has been ignited.
That's right.